Steve and Ashley finally got their twins to sleep through the night. But the thought of saving for 2 college tuitions kept them up at night. That's why they decided to meet with their Regions banker to build a Regions Green Print plan, a financial roadmap personalized for what matters most to them. Now Steve and Ashley are confident in reaching their goals for today and tomorrow. Start building your financial confidence with a Regions Green Print plan. It's free, and it's only from Regions Bank. Visit regions.com to find a branch near you. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Broadcasting from the Subaru of Gwinnett studio inside the Gas South Convention Center in Duluth, Georgia, it's time for Gwinnett Business Radio. Gwinnett Business Radio is presented by Regions Bank. Start building your financial confidence at Regions Bank. Member FDIC, an equal housing member.
And greetings and salutations, everybody. It is your slightly annoying co-host, Stephen Julian. Welcome to another hopefully award-winning edition of Gwinnett Business Radio, broadcasting live from the Subaru of Gwinnett studios inside the Gas South District Convention Center and seated next to my wonderful co-host, who I'll get to in a moment. We got 2 great guests. Mike Groh and Adam Ledford are here from Adam's Pallet Company, and Millie Habtemariam is here from Full Circle Salon and Candles. We'll get to them in just a second, because first, you guys all want to hear from Harper LaBelle.
You know, I want to ask you first, did you win the bet? We have a little thing that we do where we have to kind of guess who's going to be the voice that brings us into the show.
We were having so much fun ahead of the show.
Yeah.
And we were networking and
having
talking,
a great time.
and
then we heard Mike's voice.
Our guests and their guests. The guests brought guests.
Yeah.
So we've got, it was just great.
And gifts.
Right.
How many gifts? We've got swag today.
We got a plethora of gifts. And I am...
Is that your word of the day?
Well, no.
Plethora. Mine was unique.
My shout out to Three Amigos. Great movie.
My show is, or my word of the day is unique.
Unique.
We have a unique group of guests here.
We
today.
do.
Yeah.
I tell you what, since we don't want to get too far off the path and Mike has already come out of his cubicle and is standing over us, we need to get to the real reason why everyone listens to this show, and that's our fantastic guests. So let us introduce you to Mike Groh and Adam Ledford. They are here with Adam's Pallet Company. Gentlemen, welcome to the studio.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, Adam's Pallet Company. Adam, your name is Adam Ledford, so I'm going to let you answer, what is Adam's Pallet Company and what do you guys do?
Yeah, cool. So we are a pallet recycler and distributor. Most of what we do is we take in and sort through, repair used wooden shipping pallets and fix them up, sort them, and sell them back to distribution centers, places that need to ship their products on pallets. Mike, you want to add any input?
Mike, add to that.
There you go.
Yeah, we offer a full range of recycling options with cardboard, metal, and we are getting into the mulch industry as well. So we're anything that we don't use, we 100% recycle.
So pallet is in the name, but you're just bringing up a couple of other materials. So first and foremost, this is a recycling company.
Yes.
It started with pallets, but now you're expanding into other areas like cardboard. So let me ask this, and we had a funny little conversation off air. I, for the first time in a long time, got a pallet that was used to deliver something. Clearly, this is not necessarily, your main customer is not individuals. So talk about who are the main people you're trying to get to know and you're trying to build relationships with who can help your business because of all the stuff they need to recycle.
Yeah, we do 53-foot trailers or 48-foot trailers. So distribution centers, anybody with a dock. Sometimes they don't have a dock. We got box truck as well that we can get out and about. As long as we fit a big truck in there, we're happy. That and volume, the amount of pallets that you have to have about 200 pallets or so before we can get out there and do anything with it.
Before it'll get you guys to come out, because, you're not going to send out just a single truck to pick up a single pallet. But that makes sense to do more cardboard because distribution centers, along with having a lot of pallets, they have a lot of cardboard. And this is a question for either one of you, but you guys are kind of in the midst of making some changes, and you made some investments this year. What are those investments that you want to share, and how have they paid off so far at this point, almost halfway through 2024?
Yeah, so a core part of our recycling process is sorting out. There's a standard size pallet. It's called a 48 by 40, 48 inches long, 40 inches wide. But that's not to say we get a ton of different sizes. So part of what we do with those other size pallets is we break them down, send them through a tear down process, separate the boards from the stringers. If you can picture a pallet, the deck boards, top and bottom parts, stringers are the parts that go perpendicular to that. And we run it through machines that separate those and then cut them down to size to be used as either repair materials or pieces to create custom size pallets. So we've done a lot of work to kind of revamp that process, new machinery to make us more capable on that side. And along with that comes more wood waste. So processing wood waste is a huge part of our industry. That's what Mike was talking about with us trying to be more sustainable. We want to keep every piece out of the landfill, whatever we can do. So as we're processing more breakdown materials, we create more wood waste, and we invested in a grinder, so an industrial grinder, to reduce the size of that material. It can be sold as landscaping mulch. We also provide it as fuel for biomass power plants. What we can't use is burned and sent back to the power grid, which is really cool.
I am fascinated. The story, you're a local kid. You went to Brookwood High School, born and raised in the Lawrenceville area, is that right?
That's right.
You go to Brookwood, and then what happens? You play football there, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And how did that go?
Oh, great. I was captain. We won state championship my sophomore year, so that was a blast.
Absolutely. And then you get to go where?
Harvard
University. Stephen, he's a Harvard guy. He's so much smarter than he forgets more than we will ever know.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And you go to Harvard, and we'll ask in a little bit. I got to ask you about the Harvard-Yale game because I've never been, but that's a bucket list thing for me. How did you get involved in pallets? You should be dealing with not multi-level, but highly complex scientific and mathematics and all this other stuff. And to me, this is such an obvious problem. Any industrial place, you see the pallets stacked up, and where did the vision come for you to say, I can do something about this? How did that happen?
Absolutely. So that's a pretty simple answer to that one. I'm actually a second generation member of a family business now. I took it over from my father. He was a truck driver, commercial truck driver for 40 years.
And he must have seen millions and millions of pallets over the time.
So,
and what do we do with them?
There you go. Yep.
Was there a solution that your dad said, I think I could do something and it could be a nice little business to make?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
My dad's a very smart fella. He had customers along his routes that needed to get rid of pallets, and then the next place needed
Has your dad forgotten more than we'll ever know also?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good job, Dad.
He's up there. So
okay, so he starts the business how long ago?
1997
okay.
is where we got our starts. And that was, literally on his truck routes as a driver. One customer needed to get rid of pallets, the next place needed some, so he kind of put two and two together. And then from there, very grassroots, he was a pickup truck pallet guy like you might see going down the road, and just grew it from there one step at a time.
And then you go to school and then come back and go, I think I can do this a little bit better, Dad. We can refine some things.
Not quite. So I tried to avoid the call,
Did you really?
I did. I came out, tried to avoid it.
The prodigal son to try something else.
What was your passion?
I was.
Did you want to go play in a band?
I'd say I was a lost soul. No, not that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. The only thing I knew that I wanted to do after school was move back here. I love Boston, I love New England, but I'm from the South. I'm Southern. I wanted to be back in Georgia. Yeah. So I found something that
you wanted to say y'all freely. Right?
I couldn't not say y'all. So yeah, it's those little parts of your vocabulary that make you feel like you're from somewhere different when you move elsewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you put your toe in the pool in some other areas, and then said, "Dad, it's about time."
I lasted about a year and a half before I said, "Dad, will you take me on? Is there a spot for me to come help you?" And he said, "Please," because he was about ready to retire. So,
and I'm guessing when you started, it was it's a succession plan, but he probably had you start on the dock, or I would imagine you learned every aspect of it.
Absolutely. I was in the dumpsters pulling trash on top of myself to maximize every inch that we could get, that sort of thing. So, it's a little cliche, but I definitely started from the bottom. It might not have lasted long. Within about 6 months, I had kind of pushed him away and said, I got this, let me do it my way now. But yeah, and Mike has a similar story in terms of, we started from the base level and we learned every bit of our business and touched every part of it. So that way we know what we're asking our people to do day to day.
Now, not only do you take pallets that other people have used and don't need, but you also, with plastics, and do you sell pallets then that are usable? And then talk a little bit about that aspect of the business where we can pick up your trash, so to speak, the things that you don't want, and also provide you with the materials that you would need for shipping and other storage abilities. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So the nature of our business is we get such a variety of things that come into us that it kind of forces us to get more diverse and more involved in different aspects, different materials. How else can we help our customers, right? So most of what we do is we take in pallets from places, I call them pallet endpoints, right? You might imagine like a grocery store distribution center. Everything comes in on a pallet. They take off the food off the pallet. They have a pallet they need to get rid of. So that's a pallet endpoint. And
they got to put it somewhere.
Yep.
And after a while, that space becomes pretty expensive, doesn't it?
Exactly. Okay. So it becomes a volume issue. You can see a tractor trailer going down the road, a 53-footer. If it's used for pallets, it is full from floor to roof, wall to wall. I mean, it is completely cubed out. So, that becomes a space issue very quickly. So most of what we do is for our suppliers, we leave empty trailers at their docks. When they fill up with pallets, we swap them, haul off the pallets, bring them another empty trailer. And, some places are doing so much volume, they might have 4 of our trailers at their docks.
Wow.
And multiple swaps per day.
Like the Publix, for example.
Exactly.
I'm not singling them out, but there are big, and you're in Norcross.
Yep.
So that, to me, is, and now do you go into Atlanta, of course? I would think you'd want to be there, but is it mostly, or is the main hub in the Gwinnett area?
So the core of our business is all within about a 20-minute drive from our facility. Okay. I mean, all of our main customers, and many of those we've had for 20-some years at this point. It's stuff that my dad built relationships with, and we've been able to maintain. Not that we haven't added, we're always growing, but most of our business is within a small radius from our facility. That way we have quick service, But we do drive across the town. We deliver to every corner of the state. So we are spreading out further.
Would you have plans to go to Massachusetts?
Well, we do use carriers to ship all over the country. So we have customers. Our furthest one that we do consistent business with is currently in New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got Mike and Kate. Mike, tell us your role here too, and how you became associated with the business from where you had been previously.
I grew up. I started out as 18 years old, stacking boards. And just moved up from there. So I've had my hands in every bit of it, from ordering parts to just general labor.
So, Mike, I was going to ask you, as someone who's been around the company longer, or just working at the company longer, how has the pallet industry? I mean, how has the industry changed in your time there?
As much as it's changed, it's kind of stayed the same. I do see a lot of automation coming. A lot of technology is helping inventories and things like that. But the pallet industry as a whole is really, it's hard to get those guys to conform to that. So you're training these guys new tricks. And
but I've been doing it this way for a decade or more.
Yeah. Well, once you start getting those guys to see that, then they're good. But the learning curve there has been fun.
Because the concept of taking a pallet that was used to ship something and then repurposing it and sending it back out, that's been around.
Yeah.
That has been around for a little while. Talk, if you can, a little bit about some of the other, because again, you're looking at automation and changing it that way, but talk about the biofuel. I mean, that's kind of a relatively new thing, right? The putting, breaking down the extra wood and using it either for fertilizer or fuel. I think people go, oh, that sounds good, but like that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty wild and crazy to think about that. So how does that happen? Is that all you guys, or is there a third party involved? Talk the process through.
Yeah, there's once we get everything that we can use out of it and recycle it into another pallet, or remanufacture it into another pallet, then we grind up any other pieces that aren't usable. That'll go into a trailer and then get shipped up to Franklin County or Madison, and they'll burn it for energy.
So that's literally taking trash and creating energy out of trash.
Correct.
That's fantastic. You
remove the nails, I guess, is pretty much the biggest thing. Is you don't want that. But pallets break all the time, don't they? So if it's not repairable, or there are some pieces that can be repairable, there's a cost, I would imagine, to that, right? It's going to cost too much to fix it, so we're just going to burn the whole thing. Or we can replace this. We just need one of the boards. something like that.
Like our customers don't want to deal with the broken pallet. They see it as a broken pallet. They want to stick to just shipping. So when we get it back, if it has a 4 or less repairs, then we repair it and send it back out. And other than that, it gets ground up or reused.
And as far as pallets, I think most people kind of understand. Oh yeah, they're taking it and just reusing it or repairing it, and then able to be reused. In terms of cardboard, is that also like you get all this cardboard and then you send it off to another facility, or what exactly is that? You guys are kind of the middleman, since you're already getting the pallets, you get the cardboard as well, and what happens to it when it leaves your place?
Yeah, we have partnerships with cardboard recyclers all over the place, and we just put 2 and 2 together. Say, hey guys, we got cardboard coming in. They're like, hey, bring it to us, and we'll give you the pallet. So it's an even swap. It really pays for itself, and the freight gets taken care of.
Bartering at its best.
Yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic. So I guess the other question to ask is, you made this big investment in this machinery. You're getting involved in biofuels. You're helping recycle cardboard. Is there a next big move around the corner for Adams Pallet Company that maybe can be broken here on Business Radio X, or at least repeated here as you guys have been planning and talking about what's around the corner for you guys? Or is it, hey, it's pallets, so we're good at what we do. That's not changing. We're not going from wood to something, it's titanium pallets aren't around the corner or anything like that. So what's next for you guys?
Next step for us is expanding to a second facility.
In Boston? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it'll still be local to the Atlanta area, but we've been bottlenecked by space for a long time. So we took the time to evaluate the market over a couple of years, and with the cost of real estate, we did some analysis, and our best bet was to purchase land and develop something specifically to our needs. So it'll be really efficient and optimized. Most pallet companies end up in a warehouse that's been long forgotten for 60, 80 years, and can be repurposed. But we're taking the time to do it the right way, and make something that'll work great for us.
Do we have a location at this point in time, or are we still making that decision?
Yeah, it'll be in Winder.
Nice.
Yes.
So Norcross and Winder.
There you go.
So share a little bit about the competition. You've been in business since '97, and things have changed a little bit. I'm sure there's a few companies that in '97 were doing great, and they're no longer on the map. And there's some other companies that may be startups. The growth and development for you, tell us a little bit about, other than another facility, I would imagine the growth is, hey, we need to visit more companies that would want to use us. Is that one of the big steps in your growth?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say there's a low barrier of entry in our industry. Anyone can see a stack of pallets behind a warehouse and have some ideas. Hey, I can go do something with that, make some money off it.
But we need to make sure there's at least 200.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
198 isn't going to cut it, right?
That's some of what he's saying is low barrier is somebody with a pickup truck can go,
exactly
I can go pick up a few dozen.
Right.
Or a dozen and put them in the back of my
There's
truck.
always a different niche to be filled because, stuff that we're turning down because maybe the volume's too low, those pallets still have to go somewhere. So that's why you see a lot of different people getting involved. And at times it's almost a bit of a fad. People are making YouTube videos. How can I make $100 a day or $1,000 a day flipping pallets, that sort of thing. So we do see a lot of people get involved. But it is, as low of a barrier of entry it's a high degree of difficulty to cross that threshold to become sustainable or even profitable. To move towards having employees and moving up and paying rent, that sort of thing. Yeah. But, there's always a different niche to be filled.
One last question, I think, before we kind of let you guys give the information that somebody out there who deals with a lot of pallets is going, I've been waiting all my life, or I'm not happy with the relationship I have. I was going to say there's some friendly, it's almost co-opetition. I would imagine there's some partnership and stuff like that. But I wanted to ask specifically, I'm assuming you guys are always looking for good workers. We hear that all the time, especially around the industries where work is required. Manual labor is, it's a hard job, but it's a rewarding job because you get to see at the end of the day how much you move. Are you guys are you almost always looking for good help to add to your crew?
We've had a pretty good crew that we've had for a while.
So
We've been lucky in that department.
You find the right people, you guys take care of them, and they're like, I don't need to go anywhere else because I'm getting my needs met here.
Correct.
And you're a good company to work for.
Yeah.
That's so refreshing to hear on the air. So you're not necessarily looking, but if you're adding a new facility in the next year or two, there will probably be some opportunities.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're in that area where they're expanding to, definitely want to look at that. So for those people who have got over 200 pallets stuck in their warehouse and they can't figure out what to do with them, or looking to partner with a pallet company, how do people get in contact with you? Give us your contact information.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can find us on Google at Adams Pallet Company. We'll show up, and you can reach out to us by phone, email, text message on the website. So we're easy to get a hold of. If somebody doesn't answer the first time you call, you'll get a call back within a few minutes. I mean, seriously, we don't put it off, because we know if you try and reach out and we don't answer, that's you're on to the next place. So service is a huge part of our industry, and that's how we separate ourselves from our competition. We want to be quick to get back with you and quick to take care of you. So,
and the website is adamspallet.com.
Did you give the phone number?
Yes.
Would you do that for us, please?
It is.
Thank you.
256-225-9995. You might notice that's a Birmingham area code.
I was going to say 256. Now, I didn't know it was Birmingham, but I said maybe he's going to go back to Massachusetts, and he's going to have the phone that. Did you get a flip phone?
No, it's our sales manager, Katie, is from Birmingham. We
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Katie, are you going to tell us, is it Roll Tide or is it War Eagle?
I'm gonna flip because we lost our man, so I guess.
Oh, she's
we're
Roll Tide,
converting
but she
her
lost her
to
man.
a Georgia fan.
Really?
Yeah, we're in the process of that.
Okay.
So.
Not Crimson.
No.
Is it? Did you grow up?
Yeah, my sister went to UGA, so
Okay.
I have a really good excuse other than just being from here and them being the best. So
Yeah. And Harvard did not play against Georgia.
Hey, it's a different level of
Yes, it
Division
is.
I, so
Right.
it's okay. Yeah,
But it's okay.
Yeah.
You got to play. That's awesome. And taking the business over with your dad. Congratulations on that. And Mike, you being here, greatly appreciate it, and all the best. It's one of these things that you see it every now and then. You go, and then now we can tell. We can go to Adams Pallets, and people that didn't know where to go before now have an opportunity to go. I remember that show that idiot with Steven were on, and I know more about pallets than I used to.
Is that our new title?
The idiot and Steven.
Idiot with Steven.
Well, I get top billing.
That's the
for
subtext of our.
Yeah,
of our show.
all right. Or it could be Steven and the idiot. We could do that.
That's Mike Groh and Adam Ledford from Adams Pallet Company. Thank you guys so much for being here.
yeah. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Harper, before we get to our next guest, I think you want to remind everybody about something very, very important.
Well, I love pallets now.
Yes.
And
what
I
else
also
do you love?
I love a lot of things, but love is what makes a Subaru, and you can enjoy the big savings, the hassle-free experience, all of which are at Subaru of Gwinnett, where people sell cars. Subaru of Gwinnett. You can join them at SubaruofGwinnett.com. You can join the family today or come out and see the difference. They're located at 2950 Satellite Boulevard in Duluth. They're just 2 blocks north of the mall. You can call their sales department at 470-824-3860 to find out everything that you would need to know about the Outback, the Impreza, the Legacy, the Forester, and everything that they have, both new and used. If you're already a Subaruist, you can check out their Facebook page for the latest news, offers, and community events.
Thank you, Harper. We are thrilled to welcome into the studio Millie Habtemariam. She is with Full Circle Salon and Candles. Millie, welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Full Circle Salon and Candles. I think it has something to do with beauty care and candles, but tell me more.
Well, the concept is love. Because
that's what Harper was just talking about.
a lot of people think when you're coming into a salon, you're basically just getting your hair done. For me, my concept is you're getting your hair done, you're getting a great experience with your stylist, but the products we make also we use within our salon. So I gave you guys some samples of my candles, my room linen and body sprays, the lotions, and these guys can't stop smelling themselves because it smells amazing.
That's a great
Bottles,
line,
you
by
hear
the
it?
way.
You
These
hear
guys.
bottles?
Oh wait, Harper, go ahead. Harper is going through the.
This one thing here,
Yeah.
She said you can't use this till later.
What is
Yeah,
that?
it's a massage candle.
Oh.
Massage
A massage
candle.
candle.
Yes, actually, it's a massage candle, which is great because you can burn it or you can have it solid and rub it over your body. And it has a little bit of advantages because some of them, if you have like neuropathy, arthritis, or anything of that nature, when it's heated, it actually definitely helps to soothe the body. So our products, like I say, I want want to remind people to love themselves. So when you come into my salon, you're getting that care, you're getting that beauty, but you're also walking out with other products from my apothecary part that I make myself, all on site, that actually remembers and reminds you to love yourself. A lot of people don't take care of themselves, but when you put the lotions on and you're literally becoming one with yourself, you're remembering who you are.
So a lot of these products, if not most or all of these products that you are offering in your salon, you make yourself.
I make myself.
On site.
On site. I have a lab on site.
How did that start?
It actually started with a friend of mine. I actually had her come in to actually sell her items. We definitely, it's LaToya, we had a different vision of how we would literally pass through. And because of us having a different vision, and I'm a workhorse, I'm the type that you look at me, I look like a step ladder, a step stool, but I'm really a ladder. I literally keep propelling on. And most people can't keep up with me. I know I sound like I'm probably 25 or 30, I'm a little older. So my experience in life has taught me that you be prepared for everything. And with her, we started together. And of course, I started moving too fast. And she, of course, having family and all, I was at that point one time too, where she needed to put a little bit more interest in that. So we kind of split. But she was the fuel for me to actually continue to do my growth. And from there, it has just propelled into something just huge.
And not only that, so clearly, and we're going to give the address and contact number if people aren't already Googling it to get some love from you, both in hair care and also some of the products they can buy. But you've also have kind of expanded outside the store. You've got a pop-up coming at Macy's in June. You've got a Level Minds Wellness Fair in August. Talk a little bit about taking your location away from your location and some of the opportunities you get to do outside of the store.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize, even though I'm a brick and mortar, I really believe in that connection as far as networking outside of my four walls, because I would not have met A, B, C, or D if I stayed within my own four walls. So Macy's Marketplace in Snellville, I will be there this weekend for Father's Day weekend, and we are actually having specials for the dads, but everybody wants to feel special, so we have that for the dads this weekend. We took care of moms, but we'll always take care of moms. But also the Level Minds event that's coming up, it's different and a culmination of entities that are getting together to actually sustain everyone. Everybody needs something to pick them up, especially with everything that's going on in the world. We're needing something that actually propels us to happiness, that propels us to being grounded. One of I call myself the BBB, the Better Business Bureau of this business. It's actually for balance. It stands for balance, business, and boundaries. If we don't have our balance, we don't have our boundaries, we can't get to business. And so no one does it perfect, but you always have to remember to have that time where you can actually have that moment for yourself. And with my products and coming into our salon, you definitely feel like you've had that me time to recharge yourself, to go out and be a better person for your family or anyone else you meet. Because like today, you guys have my products now. You will never, ever forget me.
How could we? It's a shame, Stephen, that Millie doesn't have any passion towards what she's doing.
I wish she would really care. Yeah.
I wish she really would care.
I guess it's up to us to really bring that energy.
So how did that develop? Because most people, I'm a old schooler where you used to go to that red, white, and blue spinning barbershop sign or whatever that thing, the light. Mm-hmm. And you just go in, you get your haircut, you leave. Your experience is a lot different, isn't it?
Yes.
How did that develop?
It developed because I want to have my clients feel the way I wanted to feel. So you can come into my salon and have a glass of wine and chit chat with us, even if you're not even getting your hair done. I have clients who come in to actually just sit and
drink wine with you.
And drink wine, have a glass of wine so they can relax.
Tell stories.
Tell stories.
It's the girls' barbershop because the guys have their own barbershop.
Oh, no, honey. We have men, too.
Okay.
We have men that come in there as well. So
now, all right, let's talk about that because I would get my hair cut and I'd leave. Now guys are getting styled differently. They're getting highlights differently. They're doing things that they didn't used to do. I have my 13-year-old has a buddy on his team who dyed his hair pink for Mother's Day weekend, and the blues and the yellows and the blondes and the grays. That's a completely different market, isn't it? How are you tapping into that?
It is self-expression. Everyone wants to self-express themselves, and we are there for it. So if you're wanting a fantasy look, come on in. If you're wanting the to-go look of the everyday, come on in. Everyone has a way they want to express themselves, and we are open to it. No one is turned away. If you can come in, we take care of you.
I would imagine one of the challenges would be, I think I want to look a little bit like this, but in words you can't describe, where your stylist would have to take the image through the words that someone say and turn that into the actual haircut that the person would get. Is that always easy to do? I mean, is that a part of the training? I want to pick a star, anybody. I want to look like this girl.
Mike Salmon.
Well, here's my problem with Mike Salmon. I've known Mike for about a dozen years, and his hairstyle has never changed once. I think he wears a wig, if honest, because he's got great hair, but it never changes.
I know I wear
Listen,
a wig.
he has amazing hair. That was literally the first thing I said to him when he came in. I said, "You have great hair."
Great hair.
And
but not a great personality. You had to say that too, didn't you?
Oh, no, I thought he was kind of hot.
Oh, all right.
Well, Millie, to be honest, I think you said, I have great hair. That was the first thing
No,
you
I
said
said
to
you
me.
were
You have
amazing.
a
And as
great
you
hair. Steve
entered,
has about 5. He's got the Charlie Brown.
no, he has a nice beard. He's got a nice little shadow
He's
of
got-
beard coming in.
From the eyes down.
Exactly.
My eyes are up here.
Yeah, and that's the good thing. Our products are for the beard as well. So our products, that candle, you can take it, rub it in, adds a little shine, helps with the ingrowing of hairs, because a lot of times men
It
don't
helps
realize.
your hair grow in more?
No.
When you have a
Oh.
beard,
Yeah.
the hair grows inward. So it helps to soften it up. So therefore, you don't end up with the little pimples, the bumps or so
Right.
that you have. So again, we think about the men as well.
So you're caring for anyone, no matter how much or how little hair they have.
We just, if you have a heart, come on in.
There you go.
We got you.
So
Well, and another thing, it sounds to me like I could be ready to go to the Oscars or the black tie dinner after my experience with you, and I'd almost want to do that. I'd want to go sign up to go do it because you help everybody feel better
Yeah.
from the time they walked in to when the time that they leave.
Exactly. We do. And that's one of the things we do. We actually have like an outreach as well, where we go to, if our clients are having babies, if we're having someone who is literally not doing well, we go to them to actually lift them up. We are within the school system as well. Collins Hill High School, my kids were alumni from there. So I help with the business planning over there with Tanae Manning. So a lot of things we do, because we want to make sure we're ingrained in the community. We want to give back because you guys give so much to us. So therefore, when you have an interview, if you have a party to go to, a wedding, a baby shower, we make sure we are customizing that moment for you.
Millie Habtemariam, you Full Circle Salon and Candles kind of sounds like a culmination of your journey. You kind of said at the very beginning that a lot of this kind of grew out of your experience. You said, I know I look 25, but I'm not, and so
24.
I
24
do.
now.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
24. So she's getting younger by the minute.
Yeah.
I want to ask, just this is an entrepreneurial journey for you, and how did that start? What made you want to be an entrepreneur?
It's so funny. You know how they say out of chaos comes opportunity. That's exactly what happened. But for me, I literally say out of preparation comes prosperity. And for me, I just have always been ready for any situation. Doesn't matter what it is. Again, it's coming from my Chicago roots. Always be ready. But you just have to make sure that you are able and ready. My husband is from Asmara, East Africa. And, there's a lot of unrest that has happened over there, things that's coming. But I've never met a more amazing man who's had hardships, but you will never think of it to be that way. So we've met in college. We've been together over 43 years. Okay, I'm 45. Yeah. Anyway, we've been together.
You reclassified and were really young when you entered that freshman year of school.
Exactly. 2 years of age.
Where did you guys meet?
In college.
Where?
ISU.
In Chicago?
Mhm, in Chicago,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
And just the groundwork that he has put in on himself and for us and our family. We have 4 children. And it's just been an amazing journey for me. I have a daughter named Journey. She's going to hate that I said that. But it's just been an amazing journey for me because everything that I've gone through has been my experience, which makes it my expertise. So I don't look at anything that I go through as a hardship. It then becomes another rung, like I say, on my ladder.
And listen, you came in bearing gifts, and all the guests brought us some gifts, and we always appreciate that. And one of the things I can tell from the little bag, and Harper was banging things. Yeah, he's banging things together as he's going through everything. Clearly, you're prepared. There a lot of preparation things weren't just thrown in there. A lot of preparation went into it, care, love, and then as you're talking about all the products, it comes from what you've created. So all of this is you're getting to create and give back and give people an opportunity to feel love, to have this moment of feeling great about themselves and how they look or how they smell. I mean, smell or look, or it's all the different senses. So let me ask, since you're still only 45 and you have so much time ahead, is there anything you're not doing now that you feel like, boy, if I can get to where I can do this? Is there something that hasn't been uncovered yet? Is there something around the corner for Full Circle Salon and Candles that you can kind of give as a goal here, speak it into existence, and see how it leads?
Well, for me, I literally, like he was talking about expanding, I definitely want to expand into, because right now my lab is inside of my salon suite. So I have a lab and a storage area. So I'm looking for land to actually build where I'm a freestanding store. The reason being is because we can get products everywhere. Our products, if you look at my candle, there's only 3 ingredients in that candle. In my butters, there's only 4 in there. So our products are so clean and so sustainable that I want it where everybody, they're able to actually have access to it, where you can actually continue to have your journey of where the health, the cleaning, the sustainability that you have at your hand. So for us, we're looking to be worldwide.
There you go. I love the growth. Real quick, you brought up a preparation statement. When I was playing here in Atlanta, Frank Gans was our special teams coach, and he would have a quote of the day. One of them is, luck always favors the exceptionally prepared. And so you have to prepare, right? And it's not luck if you've prepared for it. I wanted to ask a little bit about your ingredients. You mentioned the 3 and the 4 ingredients in the butter. Are you also the taste tester in that I like this, I want more lavender, or you have a eucalyptus that you mentioned earlier before we went on the air. Are there certain days where you go, I want a little more of this, a little less of that, a pinch of salt, if you know what I mean, where you're creating this, and then some other blueberry someday or strawberry odors that would be something that you'd be interested in? You have the ability to change on the fly, don't you? A basic product that exists and you like, but also to expand with other flavors or other smells, other aromas.
Yes, I am actually the developer of all my scents. So everything you have here, they're literally indicative of my space. So like the Euphoria, we call that the Snoop Dogg of scents because it lifts you up. It makes you happy. It gives you the point where you just feel good and relaxed, which is great.
Just like Snoop Dogg.
Just like Snoop
That's
Dogg,
what I think
nice
of
and relaxed. I
when
mean,
I see him now, that's exactly what I think.
And so Euphoria is one of our bigger sellers. So depending on the season, meaning if it's cold or if it's warmer, we just tweak the amount of oils we put in it. But
Could
we
there be
don't
a pumpkin
change.
spice in the future?
We have one called Dig In, baby.
Oh.
And that's a
Can we
lovely-
mention that on the air?
Yes.
We have to wait till after hours to talk about the Dig In.
Dig In is
Great.
a
This show now has a mature
wonderful-
rating on it.
No, Dig In is wonderful. It gives you that like you're at your grandmother's home.
Right,
having
that's what I was
pumpkin
thinking.
pie. So let's keep it
a buffet of ice cream and pie.
Yes,
And yes,
exactly.
cobbler. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was thinking.
That's what I was
I know what
thinking
you were
as
thinking
well.
of with After Dark and all that.
It comes with a spoon.
Grandma used to have the plastic over the couch, and I'd stick to it. You can't go around. That's dig out. That should be what
What has
that was.
happened to our
blends in.
show? Oh my goodness!
So you're
I love
always
it.
thinking of other things that might be refreshing or enlightening for people. You visit them. How do people get to know more about, especially the part where, if you have a senior who can't get out as much, but they want to look good. You know what I mean? My mom used to always have her hair done every Friday, and she'd have an experience with all of her friends that she would see there. Now she's a little bit older, and some of her friends aren't around anymore. So you help with that. How do people find out more?
They can actually just reach out to us with fullcirclesalon.net. They can actually give us a call, 678-765-2515. I'm always answering it. I love being immersed within my community. So I love the fact that you can actually just go on the website. When you go on our website as well, you're able to click and have the other entities like Full Circle Candles. You can actually expand from there. So
you can see all the other things that you offer. But you also said you're brick and mortar. So where are you? You're in Suwanee.
Yes.
Talk about where you are.
We're 3131 Lawrenceville Suwanee Road, Suite B1A in Lawrenceville, Suwanee, 30024. We're right off the 85 exit, and we are in the shopping center of the Office Depot Burger King car wash.
I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
It's just it's right across from where the Falcon Inn used to be.
Exactly.
The Falcon Training
Yeah.
Complex
And Main
used to be.
Event
Main
is there
Event
now.
is
and
right there.
Lowe's is on the opposite side of the street.
Chick-fil-A is right
Correct.
across
You have
the
a
way.
Sonic right near
So-
you as well
Yes.
if I want to get a hamburger after.
FullCircleSalon.net, and then they can also get to FullCircleCandle.com from there. So
Yes.
so you can also order just the products, but why order just the products when you can come in, enjoy a glass of wine, meet some people, even if you're not getting a haircut?
Well, the good thing is I love when people come in because, one, it's a passion of mine. And when you try my products, literally you will not stop using them. And that's how I grew my business, basically, is actually giving out samples to people. So, the old way, not social media. I'm not savvy with social media. I literally am one who gives, and then they give it to a friend, to another, and therefore that's how I built my business.
And the gift of giving, if I wanted to give a gift, are there gift packages that you have available
Yes.
on the website?
There's multiple gift packages. We do boxes, we do anything, and we ship as well.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So
You could also take the bag that she gave us and just say, hey, make 20 of these, and I'm going to give them to
Well,
my
I need a
clients or
pallet to
friends.
do that. And I need to
Oh,
know where to get a
there
pallet.
we go.
Well, the good thing about it is when we make our products, we actually customize them for you. So we could do like our hand sanitizers for business radio. We can actually put your logo and all on it. So we customize everything for everyone.
All right. I'm just, you know
Mike
what?
Salmon would need the hand sanitizer
Yeah,
because he's
it's-
always putting his hand
But he
in
doesn't
stuff.
need anything for his hair because it's.
Yes, he does. That candle, take
Well,
that
right,
candle and
okay.
the butter, it
But it's-
defines
I
it.
still
It's
think it's
amazing,
a wig.
right?
Millie, it's a
It's-
wig.
No.
I'm telling you.
All right,
I've
so-
known him. He's never changed his hairstyle.
So the range of
He-
services at the
Never.
salon, cuts and trims, highlights, color, blowouts, styling, perms, straightening, hair extensions, and then
Is that
as far
all?
as no, I'm sure there's things she didn't even write here. And then there's wax melts, hair oil, soaps, body scrubs, hand soaps, body butter. And that's
Is
just
that
that's
all?
just no. It's
There's
just
more?
Like so. Both of these interviews today, we only scratched the surface.
Can I get a Jim Carrey haircut like in Dumb and Dumber? Just do it, just the bowl. You have the straight bowl.
Yes, we don't need a bowl.
You
We're
don't even
that
need a bowl.
precise.
That's how
Yeah.
bad my hair is. And then what
I
about
would
the
love to have
nail
a bowl
thing
haircut.
that he did too? Do you have like a grinder to take care of
No,
the
we
mani pedi
we
thing?
like to make sure we give back instead of take from you.
That's right, and
It's give and
you would
take.
do it with a lot of love, not just
Yes.
like
Yeah.
yeah. So
We give you a little counseling, a little medical advice. Hairstylists are everything to everyone, which is the good thing about it.
And if you want to experience some love and some self-love and just have a fantastic experience and get some fantastic products, you need to go see Millie Habtemariam at Full Circle Candles, Salon and Candles, located on Lawrenceville Suwanee Road in just off the exit 111.
Exactly. Any of our guys will handle you. Anybody, but I'm always there. So you'll want to see me.
Millie, thank
So
you.
you keep it clean.
Very.
You don't get dirty. What was it? Get it.
Dig in.
Dig in.
Oh,
Yeah.
we get dig in.
You dig in.
but
Oh,
in a
yeah.
good way.
Oh, yeah.
In a grandma
Not in that way.
buffet,
Not in the-
cobbler, pie.
We even
kind
have
of
a
way.
product called I Desire. So yeah, we got you covered.
See, Stephen, I told you he's going
All right.
after hours.
So Dan in post production is going to add some music that'll be a nice layer on top of this. Millie, thank you so much for being
You're
here.
so welcome. Thank you guys for
All
having
right.
me.
So I have to go from that fantastic interview and try to keep the energy the same, but also let you know that we know you're keeping your company's financial future on track means having the right resources to support your growth. You're trying to dig in and get more profits. Regions Commercial Banking offers you lending capabilities and strategic solutions tailored to your needs. And you'll work with a team of experienced bankers here in Gwinnett. Discover steps to take that can help move you closer to your business goals and love your business more. Regions is here to help. To learn more, visit regions.com/commercial-banking. Don't forget the dash. Regions Bank.
Member
FDIC. All right. Mike is back in his cubicle. He has not come out in a long time.
He's combing his hair right now going, I've got to prove to Harper that I do have.
Oh, man.
I'm not wearing a wig.
This was
desire. Is that right, Millie?
Yes.
Desire.
I desire hugs. It's a name for anything and everyone.
Listen, business is serious, and we want to do serious business, but business is also fun. And I think one of the things you and I try to do is always have a little fun. I haven't laughed this much on an episode in a while, and it was all for good reasons. Not at myself for once. That was good. I appreciated that.
Well, you normally love yourself only. Now you're sharing. Now you have to share because Millie's told you to.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go do that. All right. So we want to thank our guests, Mike Groh and Adam Ledford from Adam's Pallet Company. We want to thank Millie Habtemariam from Full Circle Salon and Candles. We want to thank Dan for producing the show. We want to thank Harper for being my co-host. I want to thank Mike for not firing us yet. So, Harper, any last words?
Just have a great week, everybody.
I love it. All right. I agree. Go have a great week, and we will catch you next time on Gwinnett Business Radio.